มันทิ้งต่อมา That's a nail. Yeah, sit in comfortable. Sit. นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะพุทธังธัมมังสังฆังนะมัสสามิ有声音吗？Okay, sit in a comfortable posture. And compose your mind. To calm down your mind. This is very important in listening to the Dharma discourse. It's important because we got to get our mind focused and listen attentively. Don't scatter your mind and run away with all this wandering thought that is streaming into your mind now. And you can begin with your get used to these kind of meditation themes, be it Putto, Anapanasati, or scanning the body. Just do it and use your ear to listen. And today I'm going to speak on this body of ours, which is the part of the nature. Right? The Buddha says, Chara Dhammo Micharang Anatito. I'm subject to aging. Aging is unavoidable. Bhayadi Dhammo Mi Bhayadi Anatito. I'm subject to illness. Illness is unavoidable. Marana Dhammo Mi Maranang Anatito. I'm subject to death. Death is unavoidable. Now we need to keep reminding people about this nature that's happening to us, to our body. In our life as a human being, we don't know what's going to happen next. Right? We always have planning for the future. We can have planning, but when uncertain things happen in our life, most of the people find themselves, they are not prepared to face the consequences that they are facing or they are experiencing. For example, aging is very normal because everybody age, right? It's not so scary. But when it comes to illness, it's quite scary, right? Especially we have this terminal disease, so-called cancer, right? All forms of cancer, which is very deadly. And recently we have what we call COVID-19, which has really created havoc to the whole world, right? And a lot of people suffered mentally, physically not so much, because in our society we have all this medical care and we have all this good advice from the authority. You just follow the standard operation order and you'll be okay, right? But the most important thing is our mental health aspect. A lot of people mentally sick. It's not so of a bodily sick, it's not so scary. It's this mental sickness that is caused by what? Greed, hatred, and delusions. Right? And how can we deal with it? And of course, in the aspect of our Buddha's teaching, we always emphasize a lot on the Noble Eightfold Path, or what we call it, Dana, Sila, Bhavana, right? To tackle this problem of ours, which a lot of people are very negligent. And in the end, we have a lot of this new kind of knowledge surfacing in the internet, right? Everybody claiming to, certain kind of special knowledge, mind over matter, right? And how to solve a problem in your daily life and so forth. But if you were to look in it, right, the Buddha's teaching has already covered all this aspect. It's just that it has been put in new terminology, and it suits the audience in this present era, and people just buy it, right? You pay a lot of money to buy the products to get it to be trained. But if you were to look in our Buddha's value, right, we talk about how to face illness of the body and illness of your mind, or what we call it, how to face when death falls upon on us or to our family members. Are we prepared? Like I said earlier, most of the people only stop at getting old and sickness is part and parcel, and so-called death is I think not my turn yet. Are you sure? Are you sure? Most of the people, they are very, what we call that, ignorance, right? That's why when the Buddha say, you got to keep reflecting on all this birth, illness, aging, and death. Why? We got to reflect so that we will not be indulgent, we will not be careless. We will lead a life of morality. We will do good, and we will avoid all evil, and we will purify our own mind. This is very important, right? And a lot of people that try to create things and say, this kind of Dharma is too old-fashioned, we need new Dharma. Hey, what are you talking about? This body of yours is an old body. Since mankind exists in this universe, this old body, this 32 part of the body, birth, aging, illness, and death, since time immemorial, it has existed. And we try to create something new. Is it new? If you were to look at the whole body of ours, it's the same like in the past, right? Your hair is the same hair. It's just like modern society, they have some way to cure it, to make it to grow slower, that's all. But you will still grow old, and you will still fall sick, and you will die. Definitely, no one is exceptional, right? I saw two of my friends pass away last week, and they are younger than me. And people send me news to tell me that, Ajahn, this venerable passed away. Ajahn, they thought that I'll be, yeah. Oh, yo, what a waste and blah, blah, blah. So I told them, no problem. He go first, I come later. Because this is real. This is nature. What is there to be scared of? It is scary because we are not ready. Our mind is not trained. We have got so much attachment, and we don't want to go now. We thought that, we hold on for a while, make sure everything is settled down, then we go. Do you have a choice? No choice. What we call karma. You see, Uh, when the, what you call karma knock onto your door, there's no choice. There's no such thing as 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes or next day. Do you have a choice? No choice. But we have a choice now. Now, right this present moment, you can do good by listening to a Dharma talk, meditating, doing chanting, or do all this meritorious deed, or so-called something that is skillful for yourself. That will boost up your morale, boost up your mind to be happy and not to fall into the state of depressions, right? Because in life, we were to contemplate. It's not permanent. Nothing is permanent. You see? But we try to make it permanent and we look like it's permanent, but actually it's not. Everything changed. It keeps changing. It's just like our mind can't perceive it, can't realize it, because our mind always have a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinkings, right? We got a lot of ideas from all kinds of knowledge coming in, and we grab hold of those ideas, also knowledge to be real. That's why we neglected our own mind state. We thought that it's not real, right? It's changing, but can we perceive it mentally inside us? This is very important, right? Because we can't let go, we can't put it down if we don't realize it, if we don't understand it. We got to do it every now and then, right? Take for example, one of my leg, my ankle, hasn't been aching for more than a year, right? And it start to ache, it start to swell again, right? And now people say, why can't we find a way, get it treated, blah, blah, blah. Hey, look here, this is the body, right? Whatever sickness, whatever thing that happened in the past, it will still happen in the present, and it will still happen in the future. This thing is a cycle. That's why the Buddha say it's a cycle. Samsara, the world of samsara is like that. No one is exceptional. You will be exceptional if you meditate, if you can meditate and calm your mind. Calm your mind, really calm your mind into samadhi. Concentrations, pity arise in you. Then we start to have the base of this concentration. Then we can contemplate. We can see things clearly as they are. If not, we can't. A lot of people, they like to attach to book knowledge, and they thought that's real Dharma. That's only knowledge. It can be forgotten, as I said earlier. You can enjoy all sorts of knowledge, but they are just knowledge. It's not real. It's just a knowledge. The real thing happens within our own mind, right? Our own body and mind. See how these things interact. Yes. When your body aches, body is body. When your body start to develop blisters, start to get swell, it trigger what? Vedana feelings. And these Vedana feelings will send to your sensory gland, and that's your citta. Your mind perceives, pain arises, right? And this is the nature. And you see, if your mind is not trained, your mindfulness is not strong, you will straight away can't separate them. Straight away you will zoom in and start to make story and create a lot of reason to demoralize yourself, to say that I can't do anymore, blah blah blah. And this is how people give up. You see, but you have a determination, you have the right view, you can separate, you can really see them, right? Okay, this body of yours, aching arises, sati, your mindfulness, see the Vedana, pop, detach, pull it back to your mind state. Right. To your mind state and watch it. Just stay there. And if you're not strong, you need to use Putto, 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 or do chanting to keep your mind afloat, detached from this body, right? So that the mind don't go and meddle with the Vedana, which will cause, hell. I can tell you hell. Because why? Once your mind will attach to the feeling, not detached, attach, there'll be a lot of story making up in the mind, and it will cause you become demoralized straight away. And you can even chicken out. You'll just give up like that. I can't do it anymore. But if your mindfulness is strong, is fast, not only strong, fast also, you immediately detect, pop, separate out. You watch your mind, just watch. See whether the mind create story, create, all kind of so-called the memory of the past. After will be septic, the bone will this, the bone will that. The feeling will be this, blah, blah, blah. All this, you see, the body never make any noise. It's just the mind. You watch it, pop, it stop right there. That is the beauty of the training of mindfulness. That's the beauty. That's why we say we want to develop right view. You must be able to see it clearly within yourself. And we can see clearly, right? You don't have to say let go, because the mind don't want this type of thing. Just be the way. Each one live their own way. The body is just the body. The feeling just the feeling. The mind watching the mind state. And this mental phenomena, you can still thinking. No problem, but it's not bothered by this feeling. Why I want to touch on this topics? Because we have participants who are walking, right? And I believe bodily ache is part and parcel, the byproduct, or what I call it, the present, the blister. You see? And this scorching sun, all this stuff of what you call it, bodily feeling that's triggered by these external agents, the natures of the universe, the wind, the sun, and so forth, your tiredness. So if you were to be hands-on onto the practice, and you'll be able to acknowledge, you really see clearly, then you see your mind won't be affected. You see? A lot of people, they're affected and they can't do it anymore. Right? What causes us to give up? The body doesn't know, the body doesn't talk, it just triggers feeling, that's all. It's the mind. That's why we talk about mind over matter. How come certain people, they can overcome a lot of hardship? Khanti paramang tapo titikha, nippanang paramang vadati buddha. The Buddha highly emphasized on khanti. Patience, forbearance is the higher austerity, right? Patience, forbearance not only on the bodily feelings, but also on this mental aspect. Being able to withstand this troubled mind. But a lot of people doesn't know how to do it. That's the problem, right? When you tell them, meditate on your samatha, putto, 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 anapanasati, go and watch your breath, they doesn't want to do it, right? They want fast result. They want to teach people. They can't even control their mind. You see? This is very, very detrimental in a Buddhist circle, right? Because people are ignorant. They are lost. They don't know what to do, but they want fast result. But there's no such thing as shortcut. You see? They call me, some people write to me, how to achieve mind over matter. I say, practice make perfect. Do it. It's not that you attend the course and the course will tell you what to do, but did you do? A lot of people, they just like to attend a course, get the knowledge, get a certificate that they have attended the course, but they never put to practice. In the end, they just have what I call it, a letter of recognitions. But you never put to practice. But if you are hands-on, right? You listen to talk, you read the Dharma books, the Sutta, right? And you put to practice. This is the most important thing. Put to practice. If not, it's just book knowledge. Why we want you to bring it lively into your worldly daily life practice is very important, because your defilement don't come when you're asleep, you know. Your defilement don't come when you're reading the books or attending the course. Your defilement, your greed, your hatred, delusions, your jealousy, your ignorance will come when you're interacting your daily life activities, when you're with someone you doesn't like, and you see how your mind behave. When something not in line with your liking, you see how your mind makes story. And if you were to look more clearly into it, our mind create all these suppositions. We want the things to be a way we think. We create a story, we make believe the story, and we fall into the victim of story. And if we come in line with our liking, okay, no problem, we are very happy, we are successful, we say that, oh, everything is good, blah, blah, blah. But if it doesn't come in line with what they expect it to be, then you get very angry, very frustrated, you know. That's why meditations comes in, because why? If you don't have the base of calmness, this is what happens. You won't have the wisdom to arise, because you've only got knowledge, you only got worldly knowledge, and this worldly knowledge can only helps you with our worldly activities, how not to get cheated, be very careful in getting things done, and that's all. But we talk about emotions, we talk handling of emotions, right? How this emotion trigger within us, this happiness, unhappiness, this thing that's fulfilling, unfulfilling, when it surfaces in your mind. Why can't we handle it? If we're talking about we are meditators, but we can't. We can't. A lot of people, they can't. They just hell break loose. I used to hell break loose, right? And in the end, who suffer? We suffer, never mind. We get the fire, burn ourselves, never mind. We start to use the fire, burn externally other people. You know, we start to finger pointing, this fellow no good, that fellow no good. In the end, we forgot to look at ourselves. And that's the problem. That is the real problem. We like to correct, teach other people. We forgot to teach ourselves. The Buddha said, to each his own karma, right? You do good or do bad, to each his own karma. If you do good, the good will be bestowed upon you, right? Whatever thing, we speak or we do is karma, is karmic, right? And the repercussion will hit back at us, whether you like it or not, right? A lot of things people never reflects, right? Because the mind don't have the base of calmness. The mind is always zooming externally. They want the world to recognize them, or what they have do, what they have contributed. They want the whole world to know that they have contributed. But if you were to have this kind of mentality, you suffered. But if you were to do that, never mind. We try our best to do for the sake of goodness, right? We're not doing for name or fame. We're not doing for certain recognitions. No, we're doing for the sake because this is something need to be done, and it's for the sake of majority, for the welfare and happiness of the majority. Then we can do it happily, no problem. We try our best and do it, right? And it takes practice. Again, if your mind doesn't have the base of calmness, whatever thing we do won't fulfill. Because why? We have seen a lot of things that people try to make up. It's not real when you make up. Things must happen naturally. We said the power of the Dharma things will happen naturally without our wanting or you don't want. It happens by itself because there's a cause, there's an effect, and it materializes, right? And our mind, individually, we won't be so affected. Because why? We do it for the sake because it's for Dharma, right? It's just like when we are walking, first thing, it helps you what? Your body will be very, you'll get better health, right? You get fit, your stamina will be better, you lose weight, you will lose a lot of weight, but there is some defect, that means some injury that's going to occur, that's normal, right? Everything comes with a price, nothing is for free, right? When we do something just like meditations, we want to sit and meditate, right? We want to experience calmness. You think we can experience calmness by reading books or by talking? We can't. The more we talk, the more we interact externally, our mind will be more crazy, right? Don't think that we experience external thing that we will calm. No, you'll be crazy externally. But when you come and meditate, you can't meditate, you fall asleep. Because why? The mind, the mindfulness, all gone externally. But if you were to bring back to this present moment of your scanning your body, putto, 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 anapanasati, look, watch your breath, and sit there stilly, and scan the body many, many times. Scan your body. When your mind is in the state of concentration, you have concentration power, right? You scan the body, from the head to the toes, and from the toes to the head, scan. Head of your head, your spinal cord, your pelvic bone, right leg, left leg, right hand, left hand, eye, ear, nose, every part you scan. Why we want to do that? Because we want to direct the mind back to this present moment. It's very important. A lot of people who don't practice this method will not understand, right? That's very normal, right? Because there are so many methods. This method is very good because what it make your mind focus back onto the body. It form a very strong foundations for your mindfulness, right? And after which you focus on the mind state, mental state. It's very powerful, it's very good, right? And we keep doing it again and again and again. Then we start to contemplate whatever thing that happen, hands on, right? In our daily life, whatever thing that happen comes along the way. You can see inside your mind when anger arises, something eye contact you doesn't like, or hear the sound, or smell, or or certain thing. Sometimes just a thought, a thinking. One thought moment, don't know what kind of thoughts. It can make you moody the whole day if you're not mindful enough, right? But if you're mindful, you can arrest it. Oh, this mental thought arises, and straight away these emotions of uneasiness or frustration, the kind of frustration will trigger up in the mind. You can see it. If you practice, if you're fast enough, you can acknowledge, oh, coming out already. You see, oh, okay. You acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge it, straight away, pop, this thing will subside, right? That's why we need to meditate. We keep emphasizing meditate, 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 right? Sit and meditate, do walking meditation. Like during this walk, we keep encouraging people, just put toe, put toe, put toe. Don't think of anything. Think of put toe, left, put right toe, or left put right toe, or right put left toe. Whatever is convenience. Or just repeat, put toe, put toe, put. Make sure your mind is focused on the word put toe, put toe, put toe, put toe, put toe. And you'll find it's totally different, right? Because when these bodily feelings of discomfort arises, you see how this mind will go down to the feeling and, oh, my leg ache, oh, this and oh, that, and finish. You start to give a lot of reason, and oh, maybe, you see, defilement will creep in straight away. But you just put toe, put toe, put toe, put toe, put toe, put toe. Yeah, the leg may be ache, but the aching doesn't say anything. Now who say? You catch the culprit within yourself. Who say? Did the feeling say anything? Feeling never say. Feeling just performing the duty of the body to send that, oh, it's ache, it's tired, there's pain here. But if you have the adhitthana, you have the determination, never mind. Keep going, you won't die. Will you die? You won't die. Can you still move your left leg? Can you still move your right leg? Yes. Then just move. But if you don't adopt this kind of attitude, your mind will make story. Oh, my leg ache. I cannot do. My back ache. My shoulder blade tense. Very painful. I can't breathe. I'm blah blah blah. In the end, you don't walk. In the end, you become a loser. Why? Because the mind only loves comfort. It doesn't let to see the adverse sides of the body, and that is what? Pain. But in this kind of training, we it's not that we take pleasure in pain. So, mind you, some people say, oh, this monk is crazy, he takes pleasure in pain. No. We just want to say that we want to see how is your pain tolerance, right? The level of your pain tolerance, the mental power, we call it samadhi. How much pain can you take? The kind of pain, the mental tolerance. Now this is very important. Mental tolerance and bodily pain tolerance, right? It's two different things. Pain tolerance, you just, okay, take it. You can do it. But mental is very, very torturing. A lot of people, they can't balance up. So when we train, we try to balance. They interact. You see, you have this body, there's no such thing as, is there any shortcut? No shortcut. You just got to do it. You can ask all the athletics, all the boxers, all the runners, all the rock climbers, skilling, or all kinds of trade. Practice make perfect. There's no shortcut. You see, if you hear someone say, oh, there's a shortcut way that can attain Nibbana, I will say, don't try to be better than Buddha. Our Lord Buddha also got to practice ascetic for 6 years, right? You see, before his attainment, right? And we individually, we don't know what is our past life, what is our past karma. So what we are doing now is only a bit. It's only a bit, but we try. We try our very best, right? When we're still alive, before sickness strikes you, right? Some people may say that I'm too old. You're not old. You see, this old is just number. But if your mind says, okay, I'm going to give a try, it's okay, right? And before your body don't cooperate with you, when you have chance to to perform generosity, to observe your precept, to sit and meditate, do it. before your body feels you, before your body don't cooperate with you, right? And why? Because when sickness strike you, you want to sit, you can't sit. You want to do dana, you can't do dana. What you have is what? Regret, remorse. Oh, I should have this and I should have that. And this is always what happened to a lot of Buddhists, right? Or some even worse, they want a shorter way, and then they convert to some other thing, and then they say, that one is better. So it's normal, right? Because why? When a person's mind is not a sotapan yet, it's a flickering mind, because their faith in the triple gem, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, is still wavering, right? It's not confirmed. So they can switch camp. I use the word switch camp. It's okay. So long you be a good person, right? But a lot of people are like that. Unless you experience real calmness, you can see what's happening within you, right? You can see what is called, clearly perceive what is called anicca, the impermanence of life. Birth, aging, illness, and death. This human body, which is changing through many phases of our life, is considered what anicca, impermanent, and we cannot deny it. It's real. Dukkha, right? Is it suffering? Of course. You think so what? The leg swell, not suffering, but it's only suffering on the leg level, the feeling level, but the mental level is not suffering. It's just, oh, this is part. That's the beauty of meditations. Your mind can accept it and say, well, what to do? This is the body. What can I do? What we can do is make good. Okay, I got medicine, I apply. Right? Give treatment. But we are not going to give up. Our determination will be above all things. Just do it. Right? Until we reach the shore of Nibbana. That means our mind is clear from greed, hatred, and delusion. Then we say that, okay, we'll reach the other shore. If not, right, we got to strive. Everybody got to strive. Whether you're ordained as a monk or you're lay people, you got to strive, right? Because why? To each his own karma. You are the own owner of your own actions, born of action, right? Related through actions and live dependent on your actions. So if you were to apply this good principle in life, right? This good value of the Buddha's teaching into your life, whether you're a monk, you have Vinaya rules, you have protocol, right? You got your chanting class to attend, you got your sutta study, you got your meditation class to attend, your walking meditation. Just do it full swing. I use the word full swing. Don't take life, never mind, I wait for tomorrow. This is the problem we call ignorance, negligence on our part. Wait. And then landed in hospital. Sorry. You want to walk, cannot walk. You want to do dana, cannot do dana. You want to do chanting, cannot chant. Because one tube here, two tube on the nose, how to chant? You want to meditate, worse, cannot meditate. And then in the end, your mind, you regret. Good for people who have some good, accumulated merit in the past. But what happened is, if people who got nothing, then they'll be lost. They don't know what to do. They are scary. Because it's very scary. We have visited patients in hospital. They die very painfully. They die yelling, and then they pass off. Why? Because the mind is not trained. That's why our theme for today is birth, aging, illness, and death. Right? And today, since yesterday, 24, 25, 26, and tomorrow marks the anniversary of Tampoli Dhammadaro, whom is a disciple of หลวงปู่มั่น Puritatto, our forest traditions grandmaster, and Tampol is one of his students. So it commemorates my grand teachers, right? Because I have this gratitude, I would like to, so I need to cautious them, right? I'm not pinpointing to any monks or theras, no, right? I apologize, don't get me wrong. It's for my own student. I got to tell them, we got to inform them because they are the junior, right? And the seniors must guide them, using the natures to guide them, using the practice, the protocols that the Buddha lays down, the Dhamma Vinaya, the training rules, right? Do the duty of a monk. We practice to eradicate our defilement. There's our great hatred and delusion. This is the most important thing, the most aspect for a monk to do, right? And of course, in the course of our practicing, we will do all so-called our proper missionary propagations of the missionary jobs in individual style. I use the word individual style because everybody got their own style of delivering the Dharma, right? I believe, yeah. And some they like this kind of training. Some they don't like. They like more mild type, yeah. So people with different kinds of temperament, different kinds of natures, suits different kinds of methods, right? But in the end, at the end of the day, we will never change what is called Sila, Samadhi, Panya. That can never be changed. Remember, right? Any teachings of the Buddha's teaching, externally, certain things they can do differently, but Sila, the golden rules, the precepts, the Vinaya, Samadhi, concentration practice, Panya, the wisdom to see the truth of the natures, which is what? Anicca, impermanent, dukkha, suffering. Anatta, there's no self. This is what you will never, it's a universal truth. Right? It can never be changed. Right? It can never be changed. These are the things we must be aware. Right? And beside that, we can see certain people will deviate certain things. But so long, these three aspects, they don't change. Right? And it's very important because once a Chinese thing finish, what take over you is no more Dharma. You only defilements. Right? So I think there'll be enough for today. Right? And I will do a bit on translation for the Chinese speaking. Right? I remember last talk, I didn't do in Chinese. So to be fair, right? Because we are Chinese. 接下来呢，我要向你们讲一下对这些华文教育的我要讲的佛法其实没有什么新鲜的佛法，全部是旧的很多人就以为为什么都是讲这些旧的东西？哎，朋友，你的身体有新的身体吗？自从人类的开始到今天呢，生老病死，对不对？从那个我们叫做 Stone Age Stone Age， 人类没有穿衣的时候我们叫做猿人到现在有什么改变？我们讲身体，不要讲外表没有改变，生老病死的。所以为什么佛陀一直要我们意念生老病死，生老病死，我们才不会这样放逸，我们才会谨慎。谨慎什么？ 诸恶莫作，众善奉行，自净其意。这个很重要。很多人呢，他们讲这个佛法，讲到不知道讲什么东西，忘记了这个很基本的、很重要的兴趣，很重要的对我们人类这个内心的培养、栽培，给我们自己累积这些波罗蜜的东西。因为每个人的背景都不一样，每个人都有贪嗔痴，所以我们才会来处世作为人，对不对？每个人在不同的情况之下会去累积的善业，可是由于这个信心不够坚强，或者对于某种的认识不够明白，所以这个信心会摇。10年前呢很有信心，10年后由于一些变化，信心没了。曾经讲要建寺庙，要做什么善事的，全部都没了。为什么？有很多因素所以我们做什么东西都好，我们出发点要很清楚。这个出发点你不够清楚的话，你就会呢束缚所以有的人你看他们做得很成功，有的人做不成功这个跟什么东西有关系？我们的业，我们每个人都有自己的业有的人的这千年业不好来了本来是做东西很顺顺利利的，突然间千年业不好顺着世界的变化，经济的不集紧，尤其现在了，生老病死。你看我们现在在这个世界呢爆发的这个病瘟COVID-19 搞到呢整个世界团团转了现在连打针都讲打针了还会中的所以你看我要讲的就是提醒你自己本身最重要的是什么？有这个内心的寄托，因为这个身体呢你靠不住的，生老病死早死晚死而已2个礼拜前我有2个朋友延期了，死掉了还没有死掉之前，他的信徒也是我的信徒打电话，哎呦Ajahn Keng这个阿詹他这样不用紧，我讲他走先我后面跟着来每个敬到完不用再讲东西，不然的话很多故事要跟我讲的。哎呦他要这样他这样，哎呀是这样的菌病的名称太多了， COVID 也是新的病菌。为什么它发生在哪里？因为你要人出世嘛，对不对？生老嘛，病嘛，免不了的。谁叫你来出世来投胎？你来投胎一定会面对这个问题的，会发生现在的这种问题，生老病死的，在以后还是会发生，以前都发生过，现在也发生，以后都会发生的，免不了的，所以才叫做的生死的轮回嘛，对不对？一个圈我们的那个圈不是法轮是生死轮回3业的推上天，2业的推下来，你看转来转去，在这个人鬼界的人道、鬼道、畜生道、天，你看这个范围转来转去所以我们要修就是这样，修我们的戒定慧，我们的8正道就是戒定慧里面没有什么新的。很多人新的佛法，有新的佛法吗？更好笑的，现在在这个市场上面有很多的这些所谓的包装的知识，全部都是佛教里面的东西，包装用新的词语，那些新的人来哇哇叫的 要去上这个课，上那个课，超能量的课，超什么课？哎呀，这个是换一个课题，里面还是一样。好像我们的水我们的白开水掺一点果果放糖牛奶一点的果果水咯，放一点红糖我们叫做黑布布了，红色的咯，嘎酱用的那个放一点咖啡果啤咯放这个，你看我们的心是这样喜欢被这些花花绿的东西引导去的可是无可奈何这个是世间法，一定会有了。你出世在这个世界就是这样的，他就是面对这些东西。所以呢，这个内心的修养，佛陀的教导，叫我们做人要有这个道德5戒、8戒、10戒、比丘戒，或者你是比丘尼300多戒你要守好你要修你的定力打坐你才会有智慧，才能产生。可是现在的问题就是，很多人变成一种传媒的病，一直在这个传媒上面呢，讲出自己的内心的东西，一种发泄。所以你没有看到自己内心的那些起心动念，没有看到。你讲好吗？不好。为什么？你没有去征服自己的心，你任由你的心呢，给他自己的一直在外面跑，所以才导致呢，这个内心的贪嗔痴的3把火燃烧到你，燃烧到你不能够定下来，不用紧因为你的有一种内心心理上的不平衡情绪上的不稳定导致呢，去到哪里就跟人家讨价，去到哪里这边不好，那边不好，连天空都有问题天气都对不起你太阳公公太热也中嘛月亮不够亮也中，什么都中，风太凉都中。为什么？这颗心不明白，一直在造故事。所以我们的苦是哪里来？你慢慢看，如果你的心没有这个定作为你的基础的话，很难看到这个心的起心动念，一直在做故事，这个心在做故事。为什么？我们的心里面有什么？我慢叫做什么？玛那提提，我见提提，你的自己的意见很强只有你的对的，别人错到完就很多问题了。很多人就很厉害，很能干，外面的很好，可是里面呢国松。为什么叫国松？因为没有看里面每次看外面我们觉得 very meticulous 是很细节，很好。可是如果你能够把这个很细节的转过来看自己的心，哎呀，那就好了，太好了。问题这些呢，没有这个定，很难去定，很难去没有去修，也不要去修，就任由这个心的起心动念带他去了。他就觉得这是好的吗？会不好的吗？是好的，可是是我们的工作吗？这个心有没有定下？没有。这个心没有这个定的资粮没有喜悦来扶持很干燥的，很苦的。这个心很苦的，很容易被这个情绪这自卑影响到你。所以我们这个社会上才会发生了这样多的这些所谓的心理上的疾病，忧郁症精神错乱症现在这个世界你看，每个人都抢着什么？我一定要有钱，我才有快乐。你看，不像以前的人，我一定要有饭，我有菜，我就不死了。现在这个世界已经演变到了必须要有兑换了，所以这种无形的压力就这样造成起来，无可奈何的。你喜欢不喜欢，这个是一个事实的，你要面对的所以当我们面对这个问题， 我们怎样去下手呢？好像有的人他讲，我们只是回向功德够吗？回向功德是心灵上一种祝福，可是呢，在外表上面还是要做的我们的功课的比如在我们的身口的方面，讲话的方面，做的方面，对待人的方面，也是要有一点改变的。不然你只有的讲我心好就好吗？心好还不够好，心好讲的也要好，做的也要好，你才是真正的好。不能说不够人是有习气的，无可奈何，因为都不是罗汉吗？连罗汉都有习气罗汉都有习气可是我们看的是那出发点，好吗？所以这个很重要啊。这个提醒，佛法是来提醒人生，提醒每个众生去修那么在我们的寺庙，很多新的出家人有的时候我会用一些比较重的语气来讲，不是讽刺或者要挑剔某某的人，不是你不要见怪我是要，因为身为一个导师，我们是前辈，他们是晚辈，晚来的，刚刚进来的比丘，我们的责任就要训练这帮人，接班人，佛教的接班人就好像这一次我们在澳洲的这个行脚，千里之行，在于足下就是要训练我们自己的佛教徒，给他们认识到呢，在修这个身受心法试炼处，讲去看，你以为走这样的路会不痛吗？一定会痛的，一定会酸的，脚起水泡指甲脱骨头卡住肿很正常的没事的，很正常的。可是如果你没有训练的人，你就会害怕。当这个身体在走的时候，你的身体会产生什么感受？感受是什么？第一就是什么？好像走不出这样对不对？走了差不多半个小时开始身体发热了，跟着是什么？流汗。这里的天气不一样冷风我吹起来哇，这样冷的你看，当这个感受的交际的过程中你看你的心，它会起什么样的念头来吓自己？哎呀，不得了了，我要生病，等一下会这样。你看，它就是照故事的。如果你的正念不够快，你没有去观这个身体，你看这个心就一直在照那个故事，把给你自己的吓倒了。可是如果心快，你的正念快，你看身体都没有讲话，感受都没有讲话，这个讲的是谁？你的心。你看它会照故事哎呀，脚痛了，脚肿了，你的正念强，你观身体没有讲，感受没有讲，只是一个反射而已嘛。你的心只是去觉知，知道你的内心里面还有一部分就是我们讲过法，就是还可以想身受行法，你看它的超从，一刹那的看到全部的东西。所以我们在这个修行这个步行里面呢，就在修这个身受心法，我们叫做 Satipatthana Training 没有错的。不是讲我们现在看心就看心，看感受，很危险的。在这种路你看心而已，你给车撞死不可以的。你要看脚不等一下踏到什么，踏到玻璃不要走那个斜坡掉下去你要很小心的。所以马路如虎口比森林更危险的。为什么？那个车trailer 他一来呀，你这个是肉体来嘣一下脆脆的。你看那些 kangaroo 哦，我们看到 kangaroo 被撞死的，狗呀的，脆脆的啊。那些动物被撞死大只的啊。那个狐狸啊，扁扁的。我们叫做肉披萨，很多肉披萨这次上来看到啊，你看。连鸟都会给车撞死，鸟会飞都给车撞死。业，你看到吗？我要讲的不是什么，是业。所以如果没有到时间呢，你不用怕的。我们做人，尤其是佛教徒，要相信业。我们累积上业不用怕的，不拖啊！修我们的身受心法，修这个定力，不拖。你看你的正力越来越强，定力越来越好，心越来越不混乱。有起什么起心动念，马上你觉知得到，哎，心要乱了，你马上不拖，看他，或者哎呀我的脚痛了，你就问脚有讲话没？马上静下来。很冷呢，冷会讲话没？冷没有讲啊，你知道吗？谁在照顾是心，你不给他照顾是不可以因为你是个活生生的人。可是我们有这个正念，就冷就穿一点衣服，不然的话凉了会生病吗？这个也是不善自己，对不对？不用紧，我们保护自己我们做这些小细节的调整给自己，为了什么？有的人讲，哎呦，修到什么？修到忍辱波罗蜜。很多人没有看到这一点。忍什么？忍身体的苦痛，能够忍身体的疲倦，身体的疲劳，能够忍什么？看清楚你内心的起心动念，这些不良的念头产生的时候，跟你讲话，你怎样面对它？这个训练，当你搬上去，在你日常的生活里面，好用了为什么？第一，你有经过这种训练之后，你会很坚强，很坚持很坚持。你看到问题没问题，会没问题的。为什么？因为你的内心有那种底，我们叫做定力，而且这些经验，这些磨练，我们这样做的磨练是，你在无意中你在磨练自己，你不知道你在磨练了，你已经磨练很坚持，很坚强那么当你回去这个社会，在感情的方面这个方面你看到，哎呀，没问题的啦。身体的苦都看得过，内心的苦要有智慧你就被中招了。你会知道怎样去降服自己内心的什么混乱的心，不拖，或者观呼吸这样而已。不要给这个心呢骗去有时候这个心会自己想东西，想好的不用紧，想不好的看着它不要做，因为你是活生生的人，你的心不想不好的东西除非你是阿罗汉你一定会有贪一点点的，吃一点点的贪嗔痴一定会有的。如果你没有阿罗汉的咯。所以有那天Amber 有问我，师父，阿拉汉的心是什么？阿拉汉的心是没有了贪嗔痴的心，叫做阿拉汉。No greed, hatred, delusions, no more。你的心才会从这个贪嗔里面解脱出来，这个就是阿罗汉的心。阿罗汉的心不是读书讲东西厉害，不是，就是在你自己的面对每个场面，每个接触，看到钱的时候有没有起这个贪的心有没有看到女人美来有没有起这个色心看到好吃的东西，哇，要这个有没有人这没有什么东西的啦，眼睛要看好的，耳朵听好的，鼻子闻香的，嘴巴尝试好的，感受爽的东西，痛的他不要的。所以我们给他吃一点点的苦啦，一点点不是很多，一点点sedikit的苦，看你的心呢有什么反应 好像我的 sticker 这个骨头跑出来，昨天给我跑出来，痛得要命啊！我就看着他了，也是照走，不是off day 啊，照走啊肿起来了，越走就越肿了，不可以哦，身体不合作了哦，不合作就休息了啊，不是硬硬起的，不是硬硬来的，不是的，要有智慧的佛陀不是叫我们呢越修越笨的，要越修越有智慧的有智慧的，可是不是讲放弃我们要坚持 determination， 坚持到底给你休息好了再来所以我今天的这个讲座其实很多人邀请我讲这个，我说不要啦，讲得很显的，讲得没有做的，又没有人报告讲修行修的怎么样，讲做什么？给你们听爽爽而已嘛，听到这师父讲得很好，很好。This Bante can give very good talk, but did you practice? You don't practice. We have all the books, we have all the knowledge, all the speakers in the world, but did you practice? No. But when they say, I can give very good talk, very interesting talk, blah, 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 that's all. What we want is the talk must benefit you and it can serve deep inside your heart, right? 在你的内心里面呢，能够利益得到，这个就是我们呢讲的人的最大的一种安慰，就是他听了他有做，对他有帮助够了他听了哇，他真的是有可以做6个小时嘞，可以走，哇，听了都高兴哇，这个就好像我的徒弟那些听话的，你们去三八我们去做这个做去你看了都好有的不是这样的，你只要去教人家，自己不教自己，教人家有什么来教？定力都没有情绪上又控制不了，好像疯子一样，要人家承认你的付出，这样不是。我们出家是为了要修自己的心，灭掉自己内心的贪嗔痴，这个就是出家的宗旨。诸恶莫作，众善奉行，自尽其意自尽这个其意，我们的意就内心要净化这个心，这个才是我们出家的意义好了，没有东西了。那么在这演讲的过程中，如果你们觉得哎呀你的语气很重听得不爽，我跟你们讲道歉Okay, I ask for forgiveness in my talk. Should I offend anyone? Right? And again, this is my style of delivering unprepared talks. It's most of a hands-on experience, right? And should I offend anyone through my speech? I got no intentions. So please forgive me. And by the power of the triple gems, right? May you all be peaceful, happy, healthy, and strong. And may all your radiant hope be fulfilled. 以三宝的威德力，愿你们呢，身心呢无敌意，身体健康呢，幸福安乐愿你们呢心想事成。好，回向功德Transfer merit ยะถาวาริวหาปุราปาริปุเรนติสากรังเอวะเมวะนิโตตินังเปตานังอุปกปปติอิจิตังปริตังตุมหังคิปะเมวะสมิจตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังคปาจันโทปนาราโสยะถามณิโชติราโสยะถาสัพพิติโยวิวัชชันตุสัพพะโรโกวินาศตุมาเทภววันตรายโยสุขิธิขายุโกภวะอาภิวาดนาสิริสนิจจังวุฒาปจายโนจตารโรธัมมาวะทันติอายุวันโนสุขังภ